Hey everyone, welcome to the C&J channel. So, I recently tried to go to this museum right here, La Boteca del Ángel, and I made the mistake of not double checking the hours first because on Google Maps it said the hours were from 10 to 6, but when I went there at 2 p.m., the guy at the door told me that it doesn't open until 3. And so rather than go to a cafe or whatever, a cafe nearby waiting for this museum to open, I just decided to get a few other things on my to-do list crossed off. And so I went to this place, which I've been wanting to go to forever, ever since I found out about it a few years ago, because it sounded pretty awesome. Though I wasn't hungry, so maybe it was a mistake, but I did want to see what it looked like and what they had. And I was really happy to find that they had art there. Maybe not art to my liking exactly. This artist, I don't know her name, but I see her stuff all over the city, and it's pretty cute. And this stuff here was in a gallery off to the side where I think nobody ever goes. And I have to say, it's not to my liking really. And some of this I liked a little more. Like that painting was very well done, but I don't think I would ever want anything like that in my house. It would just scare me every time I saw it. The landscapes there, though, I did like. And yeah, it was interesting. The artwork there was interesting, but I don't know. And this building here, I think it's a bank. And every time I walk by it, I have to take a photo, and so does every other tourist who walks by there. And it's right next to this libreria, one of my favorites in the entire city, because they sell the White Knights brand there, and I wanted to get a few new colors. So I was really excited to go in there and pick like 6 or 8. I picked in the end 6 new White Knights and 2 Winsor & Newtons and 2 polychromos pencils, which may not sound like a lot to some of you, but for me is huge, and I was just so happy. I was so happy. And then after that, I went to Galerías Pacifico because it was really close by, and they have the Centro Cultural Borges there. And aside from that, I've always liked this mall because it has that chocolate store there, Abuela Gosha, and I just like walking through it, even though it is kind of shishi, and I rarely buy anything there. But it's really fun to look around because the stuff there is beautiful, and I really wish I could afford stuff there. And so here is the Centro Cultural Borges, and this is right in the entrance. And this was an exhibition of some textile art, and it looks traditional, but I think it's all pretty recent stuff. And this photography exhibition against the blue wall I thought was really interesting. So apparently the photographer Rodrigo Abad took all these photographs in Afghanistan with that old-fashioned camera, and the results are so interesting. I mean, I'm so used to being able to look at the photos I take instantly, but he had to wait to develop these, and I don't know how he could stand that, but he did take these photographs starting 2006, so that was just between that transition between traditional and digital.
It was taken Kabul 2006. Como ya soy viejo, no puedo hacer otro tipo de trabajos. Instrumento llamado radar. No se puede tocar más desde que los talibanes prohibieron la música. 2023. Una mujer camina hacia su casa cargando pan para su familia y sus vecinos. Agricultores de la etnia etnia asara trabajan en el campo frente al acantilado donde estaba situada la estatua de un Buda gigante que fue destruido por los talibanes en 2001. So this says, salen todos los días desde las 10 de la mañana hasta el anochecer a revisar basura y vender lo que pueden para ayudar a sus familias. So these children spend all day from 10 to nightfall looking for garbage to sell to help their families. It says here, Kabir Juan alquila su caballo Tajdar a los turistas que visitan el lago Karga, gana el equivalente a $140 al mes. So he rents his horse to tourists to visit the lake Kwarga, and he earns about $140 per month. So this says, una familia pasea en bote en el lago Bandeamir, fueron desde la provincia de Helmand, donde viven, a pasar 3 días de vacaciones en carpa. So this family is on vacation, and the image is kind of startling because you don't really think of people in Afghanistan taking vacations, which I feel like is really a terrible thing when you think about it. So I'm in the Centro Cultural Borges, by the way. I haven't been here in maybe 3 or more years. And it's changed a lot. I've read some of his works, by the way, and I don't know if I could say I'm a fan. His work is really dark. Definitely not feel-good fiction. This sculpture looks familiar. Oh boy. So here is a large photo of the artist at work. It makes you wonder, what was he thinking while he was making this? I have to say I have no idea. The shapes and colors are really interesting. I don't know what I'm supposed to think or feel while looking at this though. And I want to sit on it. I feel like it should be furniture. El canto del cisne, swan song. Yeah, that's one dead swan. What do we have here? We have 2 women talking. Another woman playing a dangerous game with a pair of scissors. A swan that looks like a snake. A woman, what is she doing? Playing with a dead swan. And another one just, what is she doing? Standing like Venus de Milo or something like that. I'm not sure what these women are doing. They could be singing, dancing. Right, swan song, that makes sense. Wow, that's pretty brutal. These artworks from afar look light and pretty, and then you get close and you're like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? Pretty dark stuff. I guess that was the point of it.
So this is the Museo Nacional de Arte Oriental, or the Asian Art Museum, which is totally brand new. Like the last time I was here, this was definitely not here. And it's a really tiny museum. It's more like a gallery, really, but it's really well done. And I especially liked this entryway artwork. I thought this was really creative and pretty. Though I do wonder if they plan to add artwork as they go along, and if they also plan to expand the amount of space they have, or if they plan to move it to another building in time, or if this is it. I have no idea. And one thing about the city that I've always loved is how it is constantly changing and at a really quick pace. And so I used to think I had visited nearly every museum and gallery in the city, but while looking up museums that I wanted to visit for Noche de los Museos a few weeks ago, I realized that there were dozens and dozens of museums that I didn't even know about. So I plan to visit them one by one over the next few months. I don't know if that's too ambitious, but we'll see. At least over the next year, hopefully. Because, of course, there's daily life to take care of, and my husband and I are planning a trip back to the US, his first trip in maybe April or May of 2024, and a few other things that I can't really go into right now. So my schedule is pretty jam packed. But, you know, I do need a break, like at least once a week. Like, I just realized recently that life, our lives are super busy, but I need that one day, at least one day a week, when I can just do whatever I want, look at art, and just take a break, just take a nice little break. So, like I was saying, this is a really small, compact little museum, and it's hard not to compare it to the bigger museums I've seen in San Francisco or New York or Washington, D.C. But there was a lot of art to look at in the Centro Cultural Borges, and so it was more than one day's worth of viewing. I was pretty exhausted after this day. Like I was ready to go home like right after this actually. So as you leave the Borges Center and you go into the mall area, there was yet another exhibition by the School of Fashion here in Buenos Aires, and each of these dresses is based on one particular flower or plant. So I thought that was really interesting. And I don't know if you can guess just by looking at them what they're inspired by. Like, this one's pretty obvious, of course. And maybe this one as well. I don't know. But I really love that skirt. It's really cute. And this one you can see in the photo, the cotton plant. And there the blue rose. So cute. Imagine wearing those pants or even this shirt or dress. I mean, I can see like someone on television wearing it. I don't know if you'd wear it to grocery shopping or whatever. That's pretty cool. It has so much texture. This one is really delicate. I love that. Can you guess what it's inspired by? And maybe this one as well? This one, it looks like straight out of the 60s. I love it, but it looks like it must have taken so much work to do. And this one as well. I don't know if I like the part on the sides, but it's pretty. And there's my art haul, my wonderful art haul. Oh my god. I'm sitting in Starbucks, of course, taking a break. And that coffee, I got a nice coffee using my husband's Starbucks card, and it was free, thank God. Because all the art supplies I bought that day were not cheap, for sure. And I made the mistake of accidentally buying a color that wasn't light fast. It only had 1 star. So I was debating whether to keep it, because I really love the color. But then I was thinking I'm going to be afraid to use it. So, I after this, I had headed straight back to the art store and I changed it. I got Verde Claro instead. So, thank you so much for watching this video and hope to see you next time. Ciao!